Good morning, OG. How are you, love? Ooh, need to wake up. How was your day yesterday, love? I didn't talk to you very much. Don't nobody want to see you stretch your stuff in front of my camera? Uh, I'm good. Are you good for the day, or do you have things to do? I'm guessing your school's already went back since you said you're having homecoming, or you had homecoming. Kitty, what do you want? What do you want? Come here. Oh, cool. You've got a patient from 11 to 3. Oh, cool. Yeah, that's when up north starts. I'm excited because our public school just went back to school yesterday. That means I don't have to worry about no nieces for a couple weeks. And the one that I'm really worried about because she just started public high school and she's used to like year round and charter schools. So yesterday was her first day of public school. Now my niece is absolutely beautiful. She is. She's really, really pretty. And I'm just worried about her because she likes to do a lot of this and doesn't have this to back it up. So I'm really. Oh yeah, I would love to do that. Good morning, Ricky. How are you this morning, my love? But yeah. So I'm really worried about her in public school because the high school she's going to. We have two high schools in my county, and the high school she's going to is known to be more the rougher one, and I'm just worried about her. I bet. I know there's a lot of people around here that homeschool. I just don't know any of them. But I know my husband's cousin homeschools her daughter, but she has disabilities, so I'm doing awesome. I'm very confused though. Like I've got a lot of questions for both of these freaking cases and no answers. Come on, Ricky, give me some answers. I know you got them. I'll tell you what, I wasn't even going to go live today. This morning, I went to message Mars' house because I knew she was awake. So I was thinking I was talking to her, and I ended up messaging one of my really good friends from where I live. And the whole time I'm talking to her like it was Mars. And I'm just sending her shit. And what made me think about the conversation that I was having was she's like, "No, I'm not a medium, but I'm a witch." And I was like, "Fuck." I was like, "All right, mean ass." I was like, "I haven't even had a whole cup of coffee in me. Don't start." And and I'm looking down, and then I looked at the emoji on the bottom of her thing, and it wasn't her emoji. And I was like, who the fuck am I talking to? And then I looked up and I was like, oh, God bless, man. Oh, yeah, it's time for me to go back to bed and the day hasn't even started. Yeah. Like, and that's where, with Summer's case, I just can't get it out of my mind that Hawkins County Sheriff's Office has something to do with her gone missing. So, okay, so what if we have this scenario? So we know what she did up until the time she got home, right? Now, what if she never took some H home that day when she said she did, but instead, after Warriors Park, went back to their house and let H hang out for a little bit? Okay, and then she took him home. What if something happened to Summer in between her leaving to take H home and taking H home? Like something gonna happen to Summer in between that time. I don't know where. I don't know. I've been just watching a lot of different videos and just. Uh, I don't know. It's crazy with Summer's case. It really is. Like, I'm missing. I mean, I understand people go missing and they go missing for years. I understand that. 9 out of 10 times, yes, they're not alive. But with Summer's case, there's nothing. See, and that's what makes me think about it too, because everybody's hollering and screaming, why hasn't somebody been arrested? Why hasn't somebody been arrested? Well, you can't arrest somebody if there's no evidence. Like they've got to have some kind of voice, video, some kind of evidence to arrest them for something. Right now, as of everything sits, there's no evidence. And whatever people have on them is more or less hearsay than truth. So, yes, very much so. Went missing on their own. And but see, like a kid under the age 12 is not going to run away. They're not going to run away. They may cry and scream, I'm going to go run to grandma's house. I'm running away to grandma's house or whatever, but they're not going to run away. They don't have that knowledge unless they're like following the leads of an older sibling. But for the most part, they don't have that knowledge. And anything like over 12, I guess I would say till 11. But 12 and older, majority of the time when they get gone, it's because they ran away for a better life that they claim they can have. I'm not saying they haven't been abducted. I'm not saying they haven't been snatched. I'm not saying that, they, whatever. I'm just saying most of the majority of the time when a preteen to teenager runs away, it's because they want to run away. They may end up in a situation they don't want to be in, but most of the time it's because they ran away on their own. And same thing with the adults. Like they just want to go off grid, disappear, start a new life somewhere, and that's all fine and dandy. But then you have people out here looking for you and thinking the worst, and in reality, nothing has happened. It takes some real world to know how your living is odd or off. Are you off this morning, Miss? But it leads you to questions like. So I'll keep saying this till I'm blue in the face. We know that there was neglect. Just common sense. Like, I will never, ever, 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 ever accuse them people of child abuse. We know there was physical, I mean, not physical, but mental and verbal abuse, most definitely. We know that. Like, you can tell just by looking at the dad that there is mental abuse in that family. I will never say personally that there was physical, because kids are kids. Kids get bruises, especially kids that play outside that use their freaking imagination like these kids did. Like, they rode dirt bikes. Of course they're going to have bruises. She was a kid that, like, adored being outside. She's going to have bruises. Especially being fair skinned, you're going to see every little bump and bruise that she ever got. And she might be low iron. And if that's the case, then the bruises are going to last longer than they would on a normal person. Oh, okay. Referring to the kids. Gotcha. Exactly. Yes. They all look like normal bruises that a kid would get on an everyday basis. I I just can't. I know what it feels like to be accused of abuse. I know what it feels like. It's not it's not a good feeling. It's not nothing that I would like to take serious. I mean, something that you don't take seriously. Like, that can really ruin somebody's reputation. That can ruin them as a person for a job or anything like that. So I know what it feels like to be personally accused of abuse. And I would never put that on anybody without facts. And to me, if they were being abused with so many times that CPS has been involved with this family, supposedly, I would believe the kids would have been removed way before summer went missing. That's just my opinion, and I've seen it with my own eyes. They, especially if you're being accused of abuse right off the bat, they're going to take the kids out of that situation and put them somewhere until they figure out if it's true or not. Yeah. See, like, they're gonna have, like, if they're very athletic, if they're, what it is nowadays is kids don't have that imagination like they did when we were growing up. Like, because we didn't have all this technology bullshit like they do nowadays. Even though we have a lot of technology, though, I've noticed with the Wells kids, maybe the boys were a little bit more advanced with technology, but Summer didn't look like the type of kid that needed a phone, needed a computer, iPad. She probably liked to play on them, but she looked like she was more of the give me my mud pie, I want my spoon and pot type thing. Like, yep, that was me and my brother. That was me and my brother. Me and my brother had that sibling love when we were kids. Like, I would always beat up on my brother. Always. But I had my rights, like, because I never hung out with kids my age. I always hung out with the older kids. So my brother liked to do this a lot. And again, he was one that didn't have these. So, of course, who come to his rescue but me? And, because I knew them, my mom would get me, I would get in trouble for it. Like, you allowed them to pick on your brother, you allowed them to fight, pick fights with your brother. I'm the younger one by 4 years. 4 years. How is it my fault he's running his mouth and getting his ass whooped? So, like, if I didn't stand up for him, that was a no-no in my family. But it was okay for him not to stand up for me. Yeah, and that's where all the parents, like, really fuck up, really, honestly. Like, they don't make their kids go outside and play. Like, as long as they're not bothering the parent doesn't give a shit as long as the kid is preoccupied and the parent has their time. And I think that's really fucked up. My daughter will be 22. And when she was growing up, like she still had it. I have a desktop computer that is hers, and I still have it down in my storage building. Um, and she played on it for like maybe up to an hour a day. I want to say not over an hour. She never played more than that when she was little. But we always did educational games, not YouTube or whatever they have out for kids now. She didn't do any of that. Like, I made her go outside and play. She had this magnolia tree that my dad put a floor down up inside of it for her so she could go up there and play up there, which I don't think was a very good idea after she fell out of it. But, she still was an outside kid. Like, my daughter had red hair, red hair. So, with her type of skin, no matter what she did, you seen a bruise on her. She ride a bike, got a bruise. She would climb the tree, get a bruise. So she had bruises like all over. But she was an outside type of kid, just like Summer. And I always told my daughter that was her downfall, that she was an outside kid. And she didn't really know strangers, even though she knew the difference between with the stranger danger stuff. She just, if I was talking to them, she thought it was okay and that they were friends. Until she got a little bit older, realizing just because mommy's talking to them doesn't mean they're okay. Mommy's just being nice. It is. Like my daughter, from the time when she turned 13, boy, she became a hermit. She didn't want to hang out with her friends. She didn't want to go nowhere. So, like, I had to control the electronics then. And my mom even said it when she'd go over there. She's like, I don't know, we got to do something about these electronics. Like, she's getting too much to where she doesn't even want to come out of her bedroom there. So, like, we had to, like, figure out something to do. And, like, she wasn't a bad child. Like, she wasn't out there doing, like, most of her age group, hanging out on the streets, doing drugs. Like, she didn't experiment. She did try to smoke pot once, and I'm not going to lie. I told her if she wanted to smoke, she had to do it in my house under my watch. So that way I knew where she was getting the shit from, and I felt comfortable. Well, she did. She smoked once with me. That was the first and last time she ever smoked. She does not like smoke, whether it be pot or cigarettes. She does not like it. Now, she loves to vape, but she gets the vape juice that is no nicotine whatsoever. So she likes the flavors, and that's about it. She's a weird kid. But I'm glad, because I really didn't have to worry about her becoming pregnant before she graduated. I didn't have to worry about her, being boy crazy from this boy to this boy to that boy. Like, I'm happy my daughter grew up better than I did. Good morning, Sasa. How are you? How are you doing, love? What do I think about the footprint? I don't know. Like, because they were just popping up in random spots. Like, there'd be one here, and then, like, 4 miles away, it'd be another one. And, like, I don't know. I don't. Now, what does kind of wig me out is the fact that the dogs beamed in on Jody Sue. Now, could that be because it was a drug dog and not a search and rescue or a cadaver dog? Because there's 3 different types. They got the one that searches for the dead, the one they search for people alive, and then they got the drug sniffing dogs. So which one could it have been? Like, we know that Andy is a well-known drug dealer around there. Allegedly, he's a drug dealer. Or is it JSB? We don't know. We don't talk about them very much because problematic. Oh, I'm doing great. I am. I'm doing very, very good. I've been trying to get one of my friends in here for a while. So I think I got her convinced to come on. You were supposed to go back to bed, woman. What are you doing back in here? Just because I said I was going live didn't mean say, hey, Mars, don't go back to bed. Come in here. Yuck. Eggs. Oh, God. Any type of food right now is going to make me sick. I see this. But, so with the footprints, I still am like kind of wishy-washy because I don't remember if it rained that week that Summer went missing. But what if they were just different times that she was out there? Because I am sorry, a kid would know them woods better than an adult. You can't tell me them kids didn't wander off exploring. That you can't. I'm sorry. There's a whole bunch of woods around my house, and you think I'm staying in my house? We know that they weren't the best of babysitters per se. So but I don't know, there's just so much to Summer's case that I think if we sat down, even tried to go over again and again, there's just nothing going to come to us. I'm waiting to see if it's done loading yet. I swear if I had brains, I'd be dangerous this morning. All right. Yeah, we don't have any facts to Summer's case. And no matter what we have heard, what we've heard, we don't know what to believe either. And it doesn't help that TBI and Hawkins County don't want to give us any kind of information either. Okay, so if it rained after, but the dogs would have been there. She went missing. What was it? A Tuesday she went missing? Yeah, because Wednesday was the 15th this year. So Tuesday she went missing. And if it rained that following Thursday or Friday, They had the dogs out there by the next day. I'm pretty sure, or that night. I don't know exactly when the dogs got there, but I do want to know if the dog that alerted on to JSB, if that dog was trained by that constable Chrisley. I don't remember what his name is. It's like Chrisley or some shit like that. But he's also a dog trainer. Because this one says this to cover that. They are very crooked. Like, why did they tell AWP not to come search because Summer wasn't in the body of water? But it was okay for you guys to have Need a Diver out. It doesn't make any sense. Like, yeah, I agree with you, Mars. Like, it just drives me crazy that people will befriend somebody for information and turn on them in an instant. And then they do it publicly. That just sends a mess. That doesn't even send a good message about the person that's doing it. Like, should it have been publicized like that? Like, yes, grant you, I'm a person. Yes, I would have walked to the end of the earth to defend him, which I did. And I made a lot of enemies defend him. I also made a lot of friends by defending. But like I've always told everybody, did I agree with everything that person did? No, sure fuck not. Did I agree with everything that person said? No, sure the fuck not. But I am me. So I'm not gonna change my outlook or my values because somebody else says I should. With this case, with Summer's case, I'm always going to be innocent until proven guilty. You show me facts of guilt, you show me evidence of something they did, and then I may turn my head. But right now, we don't have anything. We have to go on what we hear, and half of what we hear is bullshit. Same ish. What do you mean by that, Mars? The OG. What do you mean by that? Same ish. Who? But they did. They had Need a Diver. Need a Diver has been doing this since like the early 90s, I think it was. They're more experienced than AWP, but AWP probably has more of the advanced technology than Need a Diver does. Yes. Yeah, but they were focusing on the woods. Like, because right off the bat, they said no abduction. There's no evidence of anything being hurt or anything like that. They're stuck on her wandering away. That she wandered too far into the woods and couldn't find her way back. I've had somebody tell me that they feel like a bear might have snatched her up and whatever. I mean, I'll never anybody's theories. Like, everybody's gonna have their own little theory and shit to go on. and have their own feelings about it. I mean, that's just everybody in their self. Yeah, nobody's been cleared only because they can't clear them of something that they don't know what the fuck is going on. Plus, Hawkins County doesn't do their job correctly. I'm standing by. They need a substation in the Beach Creek community, and not just Hawkins County side, but the Sullivan County side too. Because if it takes 35 to 45 minutes for a law officer to get there, you know how many things can happen in within an hour? Like, God forbid they actually needed somebody got shot. You know what I'm saying? It'll take 45 minutes for them to get there. Thank God the rescue squad's right down the street, but still it's not the law. It just doesn't make any sense. I know I corrected myself. God, I'm gonna kill this dog. Will you lay down somewhere? Lay down. Okay, I'm tired of looking funny. The APWP didn't need to search because it's been searched. Oh yeah, that it was fully, thoroughly searched, but yet Kylie was there, right? I'm still kind of weirded on Kylie's case too. I don't know what to believe in that case as well. Yeah. Um, considering our we have okay, so you remember where you went and got gas from the other day? Well, diagonally from that gas station, like when you go on to US 1, if you would take that little side road that goes off, that building that sits right there on the corner of that side road in US 1 is our state troopers. So we have state troopers close by, but we also I have law all around my area. Like there's cops that live that way, there's cops that live that way, and that way. Like we have all kinds of law enforcement around me, which I don't really care for much, but hey, at least I know I'm protected, I think. Oh damn. No, we have a fire department. Actually, we have a fire department right up the road. Um, and then we have a fire department right down the road from where you went and got gas from. So like we're really covered. Like we have out here, there's plenty. They come quick. They do. They come quick. I mean, it depends on located at the time. Yeah, and you know how far I live out, so I could see why you asked that. And the EMTs, I don't really call them. I call my brother-in-law. He lives 10 minutes down the road, and um, he trains the EMS. He's a trainer, so I got one of the higher ups for EMTs. with you being in the fire department, you shouldn't have to work. You used to be with them. You should still be able to do the stuff. Like I was thinking about it last night. I know the I know the details of CPR, but I don't think I've ever literally really done it. Like, so if something came up and I needed to do it with somebody, I don't think I could because I don't think I don't think I have confidence in myself to do it. Now, a baby, it's easy because you hang them upside down and shake them. But with a grown adult, you can't literally hang them upside down. So, oh no, I'm country for sure. Like, I live in the middle of fucking nowhere. When Mars came by the other day, it was so funny. She like passed my house by like 3 miles, and they told her that she reached her destination. And it was a fucking field. Yeah, I gotta redo my certification for CPR. I haven't had it since I was a lifeguard as a teenager. So yeah, I think it might be time to redo my CPR. Triage, I do. Sorry, I'm doing a good morning text to my family. We do it every morning. I got my mom into this study. Now she's always asking me questions about Summer's case. I just got to remember not to send it to my nieces. They're all in school. Oh, do they learn that? I didn't know they learned it. Yeah, my mom will be the first one to comment on it. You're always live doing true crime. What's going on with Summer's case? Or no, she don't say Summer. She says that little beautiful 5-year old. Have they found any on her? She's so funny. My mom trips me out. Like, how the hell do you get it up? I can't find your live. Like, on your laptop, you'll find it easier. My mom's pretty funny. I love my mom. Yeah, you were literally across the street from my driveway. That was pretty funny. Yeah, do as a if you're gonna let me know. Definitely come in. Hold on, y'all. Don't. So Mars, my husband said we got to get you to come back down more often because my house gets extremely clean when I have company. I was like, it's because I never had. Why am I gonna like deep clean? He was like, well, it needed to be done. So let's see if we can get somebody else down here in the next couple months to see if you can do it again. I'm like, I said I don't have to deep clean like springtime and you know. And he's like, no, wrong. You got to clean every day. I said I do clean every day. I just don't deep clean every day. I have animals. It's hard to keep your house deep clean. Oh Lord, Joe. So, what do we think about Kylie's case? What do you think is going to with that? Kitty, stay off of my laptop. Okay. Well, you see mine. I'm not in need for nothing. I think they should be taught all kinds of like medical hacks for them just to be safe. Yes, it is very odd. Her case is very, very, very odd. Things do not add up. I'm not saying she wasn't real. I'm not saying the accident wasn't real, but just things are not making sense. Sorry, y'all. I was reading the email that I just got. Um, but yeah, like there's things in that case very, very odd to me. I mean, but it's just like Summer's case, people inserting themselves, and they had nothing to do with. Sorry, in the process. Agreed, OG. That's just because we're not used to something like that. Like back in, you went somewhere with somebody, even Megs, you go somewhere with somebody, you still, if you're ready to leave, you try to get that person to go with you to get that person. Yes, very, very true, Mars. Yeah, and if you remember when she first was found, Sammy put out a thing on Twitter saying that that not yet, we're not sure, and just weird shit. Like, and to me, it was odd. Like, I didn't get any kind of emotion coming from the girls. Like, Jack was the only one you seen emotion from, and looking at her mom, I don't know if the emotions coming from her mom were real. Guys, like, I really can't say because I was never put in that position. And thank God, I hope and pray I'll never have to be put in that position. But I guess it would be the same with Summer's parents. I never would comment on when Summer's missing. Because until you walk a day in their shoes, you don't know what's going on in their mind. Not a peep, and none of her other friends either. Only a few flowers at the site. What site? What are you talking about? A few flowers? I mean, it's like honestly think about something, and I can think of something and bring on tears. I mean, you think about something that really means something to you, and something happened, and then I could cry. Like, I don't want to say I can cry on a drop of a dime because I can't, but I could just be sitting there thinking about certain things and tears come to my eyes. Not necessarily bad things. Oh yeah, I did see that. I did see that. I didn't know who made it though. See, my biggest thing with Kylie's case is how did they not see the tracks to the water the day after that party? Or that morning when her mom said that she went missing from this party. Where were the tracks? Did whatever happened mystically come and wipe the tracks out of the damn sand? Because you're still going to see marks regardless. And they're saying, that's like with Summer. They said Summer wandered off with no shoes on. Okay, I know the country kids don't like to wear shoes. I really do because I'm starting to learn that myself. Like going outside, I don't think about wearing shoes at time either anymore. But I think she knew better to go off in the woods without shoes on. That's just, everybody's like, oh, well, she's a baby. She's 5. At the age understand everything, but you know right from wrong. Woods to come into that, like they were just like, come here, hurry up, type shit. That I can understand her going to the woods, just to see what is what. But I don't see her really going out into the woods with no shoes on, not to play. I don't know. That's just me. See, and that's another thing that is suspected, that Ellie searched and they didn't find anything. That in the week after, somebody put a car there. Like how? But still, there was X. I went that close to the damn water. Yeah, well, we know that to be truth, Mark. But she also loved to be around Miss Robin. She loved to be at church. She liked to be around Allie's house. So she liked to be other places other than just home. But comfort zone. Like mine is my home. If I'm away from my house longer than a week, I start getting homesick. Like it's unbelievable. And maybe that's just because I'm a little bit older and set in my ways now, but I don't know. But wherever she is, she didn't get there on her own. That's for sure. Okay, so if you think about it, though, if Candace was there at the point in time Summer went missing at her mom's camper, from where the camper is, you cannot see the back door, but you can see the tree. I'm not saying you can see the swing, but you can see that, part of that tree that the swing was hanging off of. So if somebody did come up that trail, it'd be hard because they wouldn't have to see that. Just saying. Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm not going to say she just didn't wander off because, there has been instances where kids have wandered off. Like that little 2-year-old not too long ago that wandered off. And he was missing for like what, 24 hours? And they found him in a shed not far from us. He used a lawnmower bag to cover up with that night while he was cold. So kids are resourceful. More resourceful adults can be at. So I will never say that she didn't just wander off. I'm definitely not sold on the idea of her just wandering off. No, not necessarily. Because think about it, you live in the middle of the woods. You hear creaking and crackling everywhere because of the animals and the birds. Unless the dogs barked or Summer would have made a noise, they would have never even known somebody was there, honestly. Just the way the house is set up. That dog trail comes right up to that back door. Like it's straight line. So I don't know how Don said he never knew that dog trail before. Because in the summertime, it's like a straight path. In the fall and the wintertime is when you got all the foliage down, so you can't really tell where the path is. But in the summertime, you can see that path. Because from the road, you cross the creek, that little itty bitty creek, and you're right there on the bottom of the path. and looking straight up. So I mean, it is possible, Mars. It really is. If you see it for yourself, you would see what I'm saying. Well, like I've said from day one, if somebody did go up there and take Summer, they had to know that property. They had to know about that trail. They had to be well known to the Wells and them dogs for them to get away with not the dogs not barking. Now there was a mom with pups underneath the house, but that doesn't mean that she came out and seen somebody up there. You know, like my other dogs never left the puppy side. Like I had to make them go outside to the bathroom or come out and eat because they didn't want to leave their puppies. Yeah, but if they weren't nowhere near where the puppies were, the dog isn't alert. Because the puppies were underneath the house, not outside. They were underneath the house. So the mama dog was underneath the house. So one of these days, me and you're going to have to take a ride up there just so I can show you what I'm talking about. No, the side. Okay, so you know where the front door is, right? And you seen where they did their video interviews when they were sitting down on the chairs. Well, right behind Don was an opening on the wall and no space for them to get up underneath if they had to fix something under the house. The dog was under there. So it wasn't in the backyard. It was in in the driveway, like where the front. So like that's a lot of things get misconstrued unless you've been there to actually see what you know. Yes. So it's like 8 sections to their foundation by the front door, right? So if you would, it's probably about the corner of the house. And I think each stud has to be like 4 to 6 inches away from each other. Now, I don't want you to take my word for it. I want you just to understand what I'm trying to say. Like, so where their door was in the back, when you walk outside, you see that tree in the swing. Now, only half of that tree is seen from where the camper was. See what I'm saying? So, like where that door was, where they were sitting, Candace's bed towards the driveway. Grandma was sitting in the doorway. Now, if they're looking down at her knees, and they're so used to the noise around there, because they don't look at every time they make something makes a noise. They don't look unless it's like popping in the driveway from the driveway, because they do have so many damn wild animals around there, whether it be coyotes or the dogs, or I don't know. I've seen fucking goats sitting on the damn side of the highway up there, So I mean, anything is possible. Anything is completely possible, and I promise you that. But I'm telling you, the creek that you would have to jump over, literally, to get to the dog trail from Ben Hill Road itself isn't big. Like, Mars. Okay, so you remember how wide my porch was? My porch is that wide. So it's not really wide, like two steps and you're over it. Well, it's not that they're not aware of their surroundings. They're just so used to the noise from any, just anything could be walking. They're used to people walking in the woods too. You got to think the local meth heads would go in these woods and set up camp just to smoke or whatever the fuck they do. You know, so like they're used to people being in the woods. So to be any type of sound, I'm not going to look up every time I hear a sound. Not maybe if it's a loud sound, yeah, but not no sounds. Now I look whenever my dog barks because that can mean two things: somebody's here, or one of my dogs got off the loop. Off their, so yeah, I look outside all the time. But if I hear a noise in the woods, I'm not really worried about it. But see, and that's one thing. She didn't make a sound, so the way I look at Summer is that she was a like she did not treat everybody as a friend, regardless if she knew them well or not. Like she was the type of kid that if a stranger offered candy to get in the car, that child would get in that car for candy. That's how I see Summer. Not because for any other reason than her being a very outgoing kid. I think she did. I think she might have known who it was. And that could be also what Candace's guilty knowledge is because she knows the person but doesn't know. You know what I mean? Like she knew who the person. She knows the person. That's the person. You see what I'm saying? Like there are so many different accusations with this case, and it sucks because we're closer now than we were the day that she went missing. Good morning, Miss Pam. How are you, beautiful? We're just talking about Summer and Kylie. I don't think she did. I mean, and that's my opinion. I don't think he has any knowledge of what happened to Summer. Not forethought. Like, I don't think she knows, but she knows. Do you understand what I mean? Like doesn't realize she knows is my thing. But everybody's got an opinion. I just, okay. And so I do want to cover one thing. I saw a bunch of videos on that clip of Benny and his mom about her saying that she hopes Summer's case never gets solved. Okay, I want to touch on that, and I'm not sticking up for anybody, but I was in that live that day, so the whole conversation. She was not saying that she doesn't want Summer's case to get solved because of any other reason than because of our feelings towards it. Because God forbid they do find her and she's passed on. How is that going to make all of us feel? Like we've been wrapping our brains around Summer for a whole year now, almost a year and a half, really. And if it comes back that she has passed away, I don't know about y'all, but that is going to like really, really kill my inside. Like my heart will break completely because I still feel and have alive. But I think that's more along the lines of talking, trying to get at. But of course, you got people that are going around clippings to make it fit their narrative, to make it to where they can boost their views, their clip, whatever the hell they do for it. But I did want to touch base on that because, like I said, I was there for that live that happened when I know the real reason why she said it. So, I mean, that's all I wanted to say on that. Like, I just had to touch base on that. It does feel like a Monday, doesn't it, Miss Pam? Like, Groundhog Day just keeps repeating itself. Yeah, everybody did. Like, everybody took it for how they seen that clip. But you would have to watch the whole live to see why she said that. She was looking more at it like it's going to kill half of these people that are covering this case because we all in love with Summer. And if it never gets solved, it saves our heart. But if it does get solved and it goes the opposite way, then it crushes all of us. Well, I know personally. I invested so much of me and my time into this case, and I'm still at ground zero. But like I said, you guys can have, I would never ever you can't think like that. You got to think. I would never do that. I am. You guys are your own. My opinions on shit. That's why we are good, because we can actually about things, not get upset with each other or pass each other or condemn each other because we have our own opinions. And that's what I was up to my mods and my whole crew. I do power around with, which, I was told the other day, I belong to a gang, I guess that's my gang. I wonder who the head of my gang is. It's probably Mr. Griff. Yeah. I would say if I had a leader of the gang that let me put the camera on for this one. If I have a leader of my gang, I would make it Griff. Yeah, he's the most outspoken. He's to the point where he just don't give a shit no more. He's tired of it all, and I don't blame him. No, not Dippy's gang. I just belong to the gang. I don't know what gang. And how did I get initiated into this gang? Makes you wonder. And no, I'm not eating nothing, Miss Pam. But I'm making coffee. I'll see you in about 2 hours. I'm trying to figure out where Maisie's at. It's not like her. So, Miss Pam, I never really got to talk to you about Summer's case or Kylie's case because we're always talking about this person and that person. You want to come up and talk? Chat with some coffee? You see what it says? Coffee and crime is always a good time. No. How I got introduced to y'all was somebody had we were in a chat somewhere, and somebody's like, "Oh, Griff is talking about BK," and they're like, and I happen to be in there, and they're like, "You're the most outspoken. Why don't you come in and talk and defend them or something like that?" So I got the link and I went into your chat, and I was listening for a while before I even said anything, and then you know I started talking, and then BK was like, "So is he a shot at my religion now? Like, how does he know I'm Jewish?" So I was just like, I loved it. Like, I had such a good time in that chat that night. Like, I didn't take anything serious. I didn't go in there to bash nobody. I didn't go in there to like make enemies, which I'm glad I didn't because I love y'all. But it was just funny how I met y'all. Like, it was just, and I've been with y'all ever since. I'm trying to find out. Oh, that's a poll. Hold on one second, Miss Pam. I'm coming. Figure out how to do subscribe only. Figure out how to do subscribe only.
Good morning.
Oh, good morning, gorgeous. I wanted to make sure it was really you today because yesterday Griff came under your name and he was sitting there talking to us.
What now?
And he's like, "Oh, shit." I wanted to sure it was really yesterday because Griff came under your name.
I know he's trolling me.
This morning.
If I get up right, I've never used Restream, so I don't know how this thing works.
It works just about the same as StreamYard. I like it better.
It's just
you don't have to worry about if you're not paying for it. You don't have to worry about having so many hours. They let you do it free all month long.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's just certain things you can't, like you can't record off of Restream without paying for it. But you can do this all month long. Like exactly what I have, you can do.
Well, I darn sure didn't know that. I've heard a lot of people using Restream, but like I said, I've never checked into it because Griff always did StreamYard. So
yeah,
I'm sitting here trying to get me another cup of
StreamYard though,
coffee.
you only get StreamYard you only get the 20 free hours if you don't pay for it.
Well, it's been so long since we had that. I mean, I think it's $25 a month or something like that. I'm fixing me a cup of coffee.
Yeah, I'm about to have to do that my damn self.
Well, I had one cup this morning, and that's why I said it feels like a darn Monday. I get up this morning, and I didn't have a cigarette to my name
Oh,
because I was too lazy to go to the store last night. But have you ever got up and you had to go to the bathroom and you reach over there where the toilet paper is and there's none on the shelf and you just know you got a pack up there in the dang cabinet? And when you open the cabinet, there's no toilet paper there either. Yeah, that's how my morning went.
oh, honey, I'm so sorry. But yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. I did that this morning to reach for it. And I knew it was in the cabinet under the sink, but that just looked like I had to get up and go get it. And then I happened to like start moving to go get it, and I looked down by my foot, and there was the roll. Good morning.
Oh,
How are you doing, love?
good morning, Mother Goose. Good morning, Kimmy. God, this certain restring, I don't know if I like it or not. It makes me look like I'm fat as all get out.
No, it does not. Quit that.
Let's get up close and personal. No, let's don't.
It doesn't.
And see
Restring
Max
nothing.
over here?
Restring.
Where's Max?
Maxie, what are you doing? Lazy boy, get up. Get up, you lazy boy.
Oh, he's ill with me this morning. He wanted to sit outside this morning, and the guy in grass this morning, so he couldn't go outside. Oh, I see 002 back there at the back door. No, she sent me a message. Well, she'll just have to wait a minute. I think check it. I had scheduled a lot this morning, and I didn't realize until after I put the time in, you was on. And I always try to give everybody respect. Not to go on, when somebody I follow is on, So I had to go in there and change it, and that's probably her asking me, well, you're supposed to be live now, but I could have swore. And
I didn't get
I sure hope I put it for the right time. Because I went in there and changed it. I put it for 10:15, so I hope I didn't go in there and put it. Like I said, my days are crazy. Hope I didn't change it to 9:45.
Yeah, I didn't see no.
Yep, see, I messed the time up because it just told me I was supposed to be live now.
Yeah, I didn't know that you had a live set up otherwise. Because usually I try to go live when I don't see anybody else that I go visit on a normal anyway. But I try not to go live when too many people are live because then I know I'm not going to have nobody in my live. So I was like, hey, everybody.
Well, that's true. And I'm the same way. Oh, okay. She just tell me I had changed time. I take myself out. There we go. So hang on.
You're good.
Oh, Lord.
So how are you doing this
morning? Up there with already?
I don't know. I haven't been outside yet. I know it was hot in the house. I said I haven't been outside yet, so I don't know if it's hot out there, but I know it was getting hot in my house.
Well, yeah. I had to, the only thing about our travel trailer we got, the overhead air conditioner needs to be worked on. We don't use it. We use the window. And it does pretty good as long as it stays under, I say 85 degrees. Anything over 85 starts getting hot in here. Especially when you got these darn stinking lights on. The lights makes it hot as I'll get out. But I had to close off part of it yesterday towards the bathroom in the bedroom for it to get cool in here. Let's see if I can fix this here.
Yeah, we're supposed to get rain this evening too, OG. I hope, because we need it, but we need to fucking cool off. I'm so tired of this damn heat.
Well, for several weeks we had cool weather, and in the it felt good. There was always a breeze. There was a little scattered rain, and then all of a sudden we just started getting rain like crazy every single day. But we haven't haven't had any rain since Saturday. It hasn't rained since Saturday. Um, but it's supposed to be in the 90s here all week. So I'm ready for it to start cooling off myself. But when I say, you know, I guess August and September is always, the South's hottest months.
It's because it's called the Indian summer.
Yeah. And now that the tropics are starting to get very active, that's something we have to keep a watch on now constantly. Because, one of them little suckers might just say it wants to turn right on up and come up in this area. And I am not prepared for it.
You and me both.
I mean, you know, I I know what I would have to do, but, but as far as having um, you don't save for just a day or two of having supplies. You need to have supplies anywhere from a week to 2 weeks. Live this far south and next to go. So hell, who can afford to buy damn groceries 2 weeks in advance? Much less have a place to store them. So,
Sorry, don't mind me. I'm rearranging my Summer Wells folder.
oh, okay. Well, I know you asked. We hadn't really talked about it. I know Griff has, and that's I don't know.
Yeah, it's hard to follow when Griff talks about it though, because he'll start talking about the case and then he'll jump over to the other stuff. So it's hard to follow.
Yeah, he don't like he. He got so much hell hacked about it, and then he just really he doesn't like to talk about missing kids or kids that something that's happened
And
to.
I understand that completely. Because my husband would totally get into it with me if I would get off the missing kids. And I'm like, well, you don't understand. That's like what's going on right now. He was like,
Right.
but you're talking about missing kids that you don't even know, that has no relation to you. I said, okay. And your point is what? And he's like, but it's sad. This kid is probably not alive anymore. And I'm like, that. I was like, I'm gonna keep an open mind. I mean, he just doesn't
Hmm.
understand. He just doesn't understand why I do this. Like, I'm like, you just gotta come in and pay and watch and listen. He's like, I couldn't, because he'd be the cynical one. Like, he'd be like, you guys gotta open your mind and look at the statistics, and you guys gotta go by this. But he's more into like the true crime, like the Epstein Island and shit like that, like corruption. He's not into the true crime. And I'm like,
Right.
yeah, you definitely need to be the conspiracy theory community, because that's just not
What are you looking for, Max? You got plenty of
awesome,
snacks
Ricky.
up there. Well,
But
I mean, I don't mind talking about cases like that. Sometimes I just can't deal with it, like certain months and days of the year. Um, like in March, that's not a good month for me to talk about it because that's when my own brother got killed. November is his birthday, so I don't like to talk about it then. And then April,
November
I
what?
mean, sometimes I can deal with it and sometimes I can't. Sometimes it's like right now, I don't know why. Maybe, I don't know. I really can't describe to you why, but today it's emotional to me. I didn't get to grow up with my brother. I only had him in my particular life for 9 years. And like I've told other people when I have brought him up, it's like we weren't twins, but we were a year and 1 month apart. But it was like we was twins because we did everything together. We looked just alike. Um, but now, as far as the girl I was talking about last week, we lived within 30 minutes of where she went missing at. You know, we did help search for her, and that was very uh, emotional to me and heartfelt because I was able to interact with some of the family members. I felt like I was something for the community. And now you got Summer that's missing. Maybe it's that I don't care and I don't wish her to be found um, or anything like that. It's just, I don't know. Maybe it's the whole way it went about it. It stinks of ugliness to me. My theory, I would love to believe in what Griff believes in, but my personal opinion is the only way she's coming home will be in a body bag. And that's just my personal opinion. I hope I don't upset nobody by saying that.
No,
But
everybody's opinion is welcome here, love. Everybody, it doesn't matter what the opinion is. Your opinion is more than welcome here. And I agree
right,
with you on certain aspects. Like I feel like if it keeps going any longer, then when we do get the news, it's not going to be good. But
right.
as of this moment, I'm still going to keep the hope that she's still here. I feel like maybe she's in Wisconsin because nobody was ever questioned up there. And you know who
Well, that's
made
true, and I hope
out
I
that?
hope that is true. But
She
something's
and
just telling me that was just a facade. Um, I
like
mean,
everything
we know that Grandma went back and forth to Wisconsin, Illinois, wherever the heck she was, visiting her sister and helping out with all that. Um, it does look like a recent photo. Um, you know, it didn't look like, of course, she was like 2 or 3 years old. It did look like she was uh, 4 or 5 years old. She had grown. And I'm really hoping that, but something's just, I had to go with my gut feeling on this that that's not the case. You know, it looked like they had on long sleeves. Um, right before she went missing, it was cool. I don't know. I really don't. I don't think that um, it was done intentionally. I do think it was an accident, and they got scared and they tried to cover it up the best way they knew, didn't want to get in trouble. And they
Okay,
come up with the only pod they can come up with.
let me ask you this. So, do you think something happened to her after the watering hole?
I do. I do.
So,
I think it
you
was
think
after
it was
they
after
got
all?
home because we do know that picture was taken on the way home of her sitting in the back seat. Um, I think personally, I think she was outside playing, and with Candace being how much it takes her to intoxicated, I do think she was intoxicated. She might have been high, and maybe one of the theories is maybe she went to put the truck in reverse and didn't realize Summer was back there and ran over. I don't know that. You know, um, I really don't know, but I don't think it was. I don't think she was harmed purposely. I think it whatever happened to her was an accident, and everybody would be better off if it had been reported. And who knows? Accidents happen, and uh, we've seen it before that somebody got ran over, and they're perfectly healthy today. You know, I just think they freaked out and tried to cover it up the best they could.
Okay, let me ask you this: Do you think Do you think H went back to the house with them before he went back to his house?
I think so. I think so. And that was another thing I was going to say. Maybe he wanted to drive the truck and, you know, Moore's playing around, and maybe I don't know. I don't. Hush. I didn't ask your yes. Stop. The maintenance guy's doing weed eating this morning. Hey, come here. Come here. You want a snack?
Kimmy, I agree with you. She has been gone way too long. And if we were to go with statistics would say she is passed on.
Okay, hold on just a minute.
And the way she disappeared.
Okay, there's.
But
hang on a minute, Debbie.
we always have that hope. Like
I know you said.
I don't know. I just feel like she's still with us. I really just don't want.
I'm sorry, Max was barking so darn much. I couldn't hear you.
Kimmy said she's been gone too long, and I was like, well, with statistics, yes, statistics would say with her age and the way she just vanished, yes, she's gone. She's not with us anymore. But I just kind of hold out hope until we have some kind of evidence or something saying that she's not with us anymore. Because like as of right now, we are still as if it happened yesterday because we have no information.
Right.
And everything that is put out there by other creators and even the Wells themselves while they were intoxicated, I don't believe it.
I'm sorry. I don't see how a human being, a parent, and you claim you love your kids, I can't see how you would go. Yes, I know Don's a narcissist and all, but I guarantee you Candace could whoop his ass on any given day. Now, but I don't see how you could just keep going along with that. Huh?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know why they do what they do or why they do how they do it. Like, I really don't. But I feel like all the shit that Don said in his intoxication to all these, I have a feeling that he said what he knew what they wanted to hear, and that's what he went with.
Right, right.
He set the narrative to, I'm going to go and it's going to be what I say, and they're going to believe what I say. Like, no matter what. Because, you think about it, what do you think when people are intoxicated? A drunk man's words is a sober man's thoughts, right? But when you're intoxicated, you can say the sky is purple and blue, and you're going to believe it to your heart until you sober up. When you're drunk, you believe what the fuck you say.
Right.
And
sometimes, but I was always told that drunk people speak the truth,
Hey, Jamie.
So,
but yeah, no, we just have, it's, the more you dig into the people's past and the more you dig into their current life story, I think the Wells never had a chance to win because people had it out for them since day one. Regardless of what they try to do right, it's always going to be wrong.
Correct.
Because they always had this outlook on them like they are like the worst people in the world. Well, I'm sorry,
they had that black cloud hanging over them since day one. People didn't like the way they lived. They didn't like the way they dressed. Nothing, And like you said, it doesn't matter. They could have went and had their house look like a mansion. Went and bought the best cars, the best clothes, and that wasn't going to change a damn thing the way people thought about them. Not at all.
It wouldn't. No matter what they do. Like, and Candace, for all we know right now, can be off doing what she has to do to get them boys back. We don't know.
Well, that's right.
But you know what? I am very interested to see how this story takes a turn when Dawn gets out of jail.
I was just fixing to say the same thing. I was just, he's supposed to get out this month?
October 29th. No, October 29th.
Okay, I thought he only had to serve 11 months. So didn't he go in October?
No, he went in February.
Oh, he went in February. Okay.
February 11th, I think, was his he got incarcerated.
So that'd be November. He gets out in no, that's only 9 months.
They give him for every day that he doesn't get in trouble, they take some time off.
Well, that's true. Do we know if he's been a good boy while he's been there?
I don't know. Well, as far as we know, nothing. Like, I've talked to Hawkins County once, and that's because I wanted to see who was always, and of course, they fucking know.
Good
They
morning,
told me TBI
Kimmy.
was. I called TBI. TBI said they were just assisting Hawkins County. So it's like the mood of the person you're talking
Did you
to.
cut your
Good morning,
hair,
Kimmy.
Kimmy, or you got it pulled back?
Oh, it's pulled back. Tomorrow,
Oh,
wait till you see what I'm getting a whole
Hi,
redo tomorrow.
Christy.
all right.
One thing I want to say, there was a lot of drinking around those kids,
Oh,
and
yeah.
with the whiskey, that's fire water.
Oh,
And
yeah,
when
it
you're
is.
drinking fire water, you don't remember whatever you're doing, like, and alone, that's expensive. Like when you're buying fire water, that's expensive to drink.
Oh, yes, it
And
is.
yeah, my sister drank, and she was the type, and when I drank, I was the type of person, I hid it here, I hid it there. And when I was upset, I would go and, okay, I'd have a bottle, I'll drink this here. And when the way they talk to each other, the way Dawn and Candace talk to each other, it wasn't lovingly, It was bitch this, bitch that, and
Well, I mean, I can't really
that's
say nothing to that because if you hear me and my husband, we don't sound like we love each other. Like we talk, like
yeah,
I
but
can get to where he is a total
yeah,
dickhead and he
you
knows
didn't
it.
hear your
Like
husband have
I
your
don't care.
food either, though. Like Dippy, like my husband, yeah, but that's stuff too, because Scorpios don't take nothing. So that's why I wanted to ask,
Yeah.
because I think Pamela's brother was a Scorpio as well, was he?
Yes, he was.
See, there's
Yes, he was.
another Scorpio. So there's always that's why
No,
there's a Scorpio connection with all of us women, because we know kids that are either into stuff or we've lost somebody who's a Scorpio. So there's so much, and I hope when Dawn comes out that
not sure
there's
if it
like
be
a lot.
Christy. We're not quite sure how he's going to get out. I'm just interested to see where the story goes.
Yeah, that
Well,
for
I
me
hope
too.
he's had a change of heart and decides, he always preached about the Bible. I really hope that he's read his Bible while he's in there, and maybe the good Lord has some common sense into him, and he will, confess, because eventually the truth will come out. The truth is going to come out regardless of
Yeah,
what he wants to do, or Candace, or anybody. Somebody knows something, and somebody is going to have to get their life right with God in order to go on with their life. So somebody's going to say something, whether it
yeah.
was an
Happens in God
accident
always
or
comes to
not.
light.
Look at the king. Jamie's a Scorpio too. It's getting really weird because I know Lori is a Scorpio, so it's like it's like
All the Scorpios get
it's all
attracted to me.
yeah. It's, this is like Dippy Scorpio channel. Let's all get together and go.
Well, I'm not a Scorpio. I'm a Taurus, so I'm not a Scorpio.
Yeah,
Well, that's.
but like I'm on the.
I tell my cousin all the
I'm on the
time.
20.
Her birthday's like right there on the line of Scorpio and Sagittarius. I tell her she's Scorpio in the morning and a Sagittarius at night.
That's me
It
too.
goes through
So,
like she's a bitch in the daytime and sweet as can be at night. So
yeah.
not a Scorpio at night.
I thought I'd come on and show you what I look like. Then I'm going, oh, good Lord, love a duck.
Well,
Oh
that's
yeah,
good.
never.
Hey, I ain't even put a brush in this shit this morning.
No, neither did
I
I. Mine's up.
into get after I was talking to Dippy the other day, I thought, oh, what the heck? I asked my husband, can I go get a whole redo on my hairdo? So we're gonna go in and I'm gonna get waxed in, and I said, make me look like Joan Jett.
Well, you're not gonna
So,
get your hair.
oh,
You're not gonna cut your hair off completely, are you?
well, not all of it, but they're gonna feather it and stuff. And
Stop
Oh,
lying
okay.
about
Okay.
You're lying to yourself. We know
What's that?
Oh, Jamie said he's sweet, so I told him to quit lying to himself. We know better.
Oh, but Jamie, when I watched Jamie's channel, when he had said about people telling him, Jamie told his life right out. Like, I was at or I was born where he was. Like, he told his story right, like, so bluntly. Nobody could shut him down because he told his truth. And the more of us that, yeah, I'm going to get my hair dyed also. I figure, what the heck? Let's see. Because my husband, I said, I look kind of older. Shouldn't we add some
I like the old
So,
Do what?
but like
I
Scorpios,
every time I see her here, I'm just no matter how it is, I'm fucking that bitch out.
You better quit plugging them gray hairs, Dippy.
it's because
You
of
gonna
her,
get
because
two
she kept
more.
saying,
It's like OCD to me, man.
Hey.
Like it is so OCD to me. I'm like,
This gray hair
yeah, well,
means wisdom and knowledge and lessons learned is what I consider my gray hairs.
what did I tell
Yeah,
you
well,
yesterday, Kimmy? I said the gray hair was knowledge or wisdom or something like that.
You don't need to color your hair.
the same
I would
thing.
not color your hair. Now, if you want to do some highlights, yeah, I'll get with the lights, but I would not color your hair darker. I wouldn't go to a brighter color because honestly, I like your hair. I like women with gray hair. You know, it's like the color of gray people's hair. I really do.
Yeah, well,
It's not women.
So I said I'm going to leave it up to the hairdresser because they know what they're doing. So
don't do that. Just don't do that.
I was going to do it like so. I
don't do that. Don't do that.
Because I used to do all the glue stuff where you can spike it and you could go through a wind tunnel and it doesn't move.
That's just the hairspray.
Yeah, but then you got the grow out part, and I can't stand the growing out part. You know, not unless you're devoted to having your hair cut short and fix it every single day the way that ever fix it the way they fix it once you get home. That you're just not going to do that. Yeah, unless you know exactly what you're doing, and I just ain't got the time for that.
Oh, then Lori says mohawks all around. Yeah, right. That's all I need is a mohawk.
That's like putting a mullet up there.
Some people. I personally, I can't. I've been saying for months I was gonna get mine cut off short, but I won't do that. I only had my hair cut short.
I'll be right back. I need some more coffee.
After me and Griff got married, and I had it cut off to my shoulders because my hair was down to my butt then. When it gets much longer than what it is now, it's so heavy that it stinks. So
yeah, well, that's what I thought. If I did a little feathering and stuff, will be okay. So, but
some of the weight off of it.
Yeah.
And then probably make my hair is naturally. Isn't your hair naturally wavy or curly?
Yeah. I'm not going to get any of that perming and the Tony stuff again.
No,
like
when they. But with your hair being naturally wavy, curly, there's in there, it's going to give more body.
Yeah.
What is so
But it's
funny?
funny how we're all Scorpios and Sagittarius sitting here. And look at this one here with a mane like a friggin' horse. She's got her hair that's like, I just want to go,
You
give
want
it to
it? You can have
me.
it because I can't stand
Well, see, you can do so much
Oh,
hairstyles when it's long. I mean, the gorgeous hairstyles, even the time and the patience to do it. I used to
and
love to French braid my hair,
that's
and I still
it.
do on
Patience
it.
is our virtue.
that's what I was going to say. The French braiding on her hair, what we could do with her hair and play with it because
Yeah.
it's so long. And then you do all the basket weaving where you could do it this way and that way on the sides and bring it down into one big braid.
I used to
You could
get a
have
twist in
fun.
my hair all the time.
Beautiful hair.
All right,
Yeah,
y'all.
just want
I
to
hate to
punch
cut
it.
it short, but I tried to schedule my
Okay.
live, and I guess it's going live now. I don't know without me
Yeah, it won't let you
because
reschedule
it.
it once you get it out. Yeah,
But I'm
it
gonna
won't
let
let you
you
reschedule it.
go
You have
and
to cancel it and redo it.
hi.
It won't let you reschedule it. You have to cancel that one and redo it.
Oh, okay. Well, let me reschedule it the first time, and then when I went to talking to you, I said because I thought I had it put on there for 9. I mean for 10:15. So I don't know if it's going on now or not. Undoubtedly, I didn't do something right, so I'm gonna have to go back and redo it. Um,
Well, I
I love
don't
you.
have no clue.
we'll get back on the Wells case, and as far as the girl, Kylie girl, I followed it, but with all hoorah that's going on, I just let it go because keep up with all the twists and the turns and that. They're
Yeah.
not saying nothing. The law officers are not giving any information out. It makes me kind of
Yeah, I like
wonder
summers.
what's really going on. Are they keeping it quiet? I wanted the press conference yesterday evening. Me and Griff both did. And when one of the reporters asked, was how many bodies did you find in that car? The guy that was speaking had to
Why
stop
do you look up?
and pause for about,
Why do you look up? Like,
yeah,
no.
and then said one. I mean, automatically, if you found one, you should have just said just one. You don't sit there and pause
Why
and wait to see
do you do
if
that?
you're got a if he gave you the clue to say just one, or maybe he didn't understand the question. I don't know, but that there just didn't sit right with me. You know,
Somebody, I asked
I
him
don't.
that the other day, and somebody was like, well, maybe he was trying not to be sarcastic when he said something. And I was like, well, that is the perfect time to be sarcastic. Be like, one, how many do you think?
Yeah, but
But
I meant
Yeah,
to pause as long as he did, and then said one. Just the way he said it, just you know,
that makes
yeah,
me think
that
it's
whole
missing
story,
that we
like
don't
crime
know.
line, just doesn't make
Yeah,
any sense to me at all.
I mean, for
yeah,
one thing, okay, you
yeah,
got 300 kids. Every one of them kids are going to have their damn cell phones. Every one of them is going to be
yeah.
posted on Facebook,
I don't even think that
YouTube,
party
TikTok.
picture was a recent party picture. I think that picture was from a different party.
Yeah. Okay,
I really,
you had um, all her friends that were there: Sammy, Megan, um, uh,
well, Megs left 10
Katie.
minutes after she got there, so she really wasn't at the party per se.
Well, but you would have had pictures getting. Okay, I don't know how to do it nowadays because I'm not a child. My kids are grown, but I know how teenagers act in general. When you're getting ready to go to like a senior prom or a high school function, always taking goofy pictures. You're always posting goofy pictures. Or you're sitting there, hey, we're getting ready to go. They even show holding a damn beer or a shot of liquor or something and posting it. You know,
Yeah.
there's none of that. There's none of that
Oh,
whatsoever. And about 300 kids that was out there, and ain't nobody come forward with a damn recent video. And she's supposed to have been wandering around speaking to everybody. Somebody would have had a darn video or a picture. There's none of that.
yeah. And exactly. I had called my
Agree.
granddaughter the other day, and I could tell because of the way she was talking that she was with her boyfriend because she was talking different. And I could tell, and I said, "Is he touching you? Don't, oh, there's a kitty cat. He better not be touching that body of yours because I know what your daddy'll do." And you could hear her giggling and him giggling, and I'm going, don't you be touching that body of my granddaughters, because wait till I see you, I'm gonna get you. But it's like her being that close to her boyfriend, and I could tell she was in a different place and a different spot because she talks differently when she's with me. She's just very low key, but
Right.
I could tell that her boyfriend was there because it was like a different voice. Like I could tell, like, who's
Tell when
touching
somebody's
her?
around you and you're on the phone and
Yeah,
they're talking, like, I mean, that's obvious. That's like, it's like night and day. That's like when I talk to my kids and I ask them, say, are you at work? Uh, yeah, but it's okay. The
yeah,
way she even responds back to the question we're talking about, when she's in her vehicle or at home. And I mean, you can
yeah,
just tell stuff like that. And if she was that close to her parents, most people, I mean, yeah, it's text a lot. But when you call and say, hey, I'm going to be home in a certain time, most people call.
yeah.
You know,
See, with me, I don't.
no phone call conversation, but it's all been text.
Yeah. See, I don't have a cell phone. And so you guys are all way ahead of me on all of this stuff. So, like, for her to even text her mom and say, I'm coming home, that means, or it could have been somebody else saying, I'm coming home. Like, if it's a
That's right.
texting,
Right.
like,
There's
that
no
doesn't
pictures.
mean she said,
Okay, now another thing. Okay, if she's supposed to be home making whatever the hell that dish that they were making, her and her. Okay, where's the time from there to the party? Where did that cell phone ping at? Okay, nobody's
yeah,
presented that information. Okay, nobody's present. Okay, did uh Katie girl is she making that? Did she ride to the with them, or did she drive her own car? Why did
yeah,
um Megan? I think it was Megan, or it might have been Sammy. I don't remember now. Why did she ride with them and decide? Okay, um, I rode there with
but,
her, but I left 10 minutes later waiting on with my boyfriend. Now you can look at it like, okay, maybe the girl and the boyfriend weren't supposed to be together. Maybe he was coming from a different direction and going to meet him at the party. There's several different ways you can look at that. But my question is, you still don't have no proof that she was there. Maybe her cell phone was there and she wasn't. Okay, number two, was the driver's side window slashed out? Why was the back passenger
yeah,
window halfway down? Why was the mirror on the car knocked off with a dent in it? Now, maybe that happened when the car rode. I don't know. I wasn't there. This is all speculation. But until we get that information, if it was her car, and if it was her, if the window was halfway down, as small as she was, and as far as that went, she could have eased her way out that window. It couldn't get the front window down. You understand what I'm saying? It just
yeah,
something just not adding up. Maybe it's not for me to figure out because I am not this is just my personal opinion. I'm just speculating. But something just ain't adding. And
Yeah.
why did her two best friends saying Megan, every time they were interviewed or they talked about her, they always had to giggle. That's not a
Yeah.
giggling situation if that really what happened. You know, why did you insert
It,
yourself into this case and have an interview with all these people that has YouTube channels and every single damn one that she did through the whole damn thing? I'm sorry. That right there pissed me off. If
yeah.
she was your best friend, you didn't show any emotion. You didn't show up. Shed one damn tear, but you showed where you were laughing. That don't
That's
make
because
sense.
that's because Sammy and her were not real good friends. They just started hanging out a few months before this happened.
But still, she had. If that was her friend and not her best friend, you still cared something about that person
I
to try
agree
and
with
have
you
a relationship.
100%.
And
I
giggling.
don't know nobody on YouTube. I've only met two people in real life that's on YouTube. But if something was to happen to either one of y'all, Lord forbid it, I would
I
shed
don't
a
think
tear
I.
myself. I would personally shed a tear because I consider you my friend. I didn't see that in none of these damn girls' faces. They didn't shed a single damn tear that they gave a damn about her.
Oh, I
That's
agree
just
with
my
you.
Yeah.
personal.
Well, there's those of us who's already have shed tears, like when I heard Griff had passed out at work, like
Right?
boom, bawling like a
I think we all had a heart attack.
Yeah.
yeah,
You know,
because I
and
was them
Heart
and
attack.
still am.
I mean, just people's reactions to stuff. I know everybody reacts to situations different. I just feel like if you really
Yeah,
cared about that person, you would have showed some kind of remorse for her being
Oh yeah.
hurt, left. What if she was deceased or not? You still would have showed some kind of remorse, sorrow, like, oh my God, she's my best friend. I can't think about this. Something instead of damn
yeah,
freaking laughing. I'm sorry. That just
yeah,
don't whatsoever.
yeah. But that also shows that they're not that close either, though. Too.
And that, maybe that was
But what
her.
about that?
Um,
I mean, somebody said they saw Megs crying during one of the interviews. I didn't even see her cry. Maybe she wiped her eye or something like that, but I didn't see no tears. The only ones I
I did even
actually
when
saw
the news lady interviewed them, they sit there and giggled.
the,
You know,
the boyfriend, Heather, are
like,
the only two
oh,
that I
okay,
any kind of like emotional reaction from. But the mother's is still kind of questionable to me. But since I've never been put in that
well,
position, I don't know how I would react. Like we can't question how somebody
nobody
reacts
does.
to a
Nobody
situation that
does.
we've never been in.
Yeah.
I
I
mean, that's
wonder.
just, that's,
Miss Pam, Miss Pam,
uh,
Alan's saying you got people in your chat over on your live.
okay, okay. Well, let me go, y'all. I love y'all, and dip on
I
over
love
to
you.
my it matters. Love you. Bye. Now let me see if I can figure out how to get off this thing.
Okay, see you
Bye,
later.
Kimmy.
Just hit the leave.
Bye.
Love you, Kimmy.
Love you too, Pam. Oh, I just got.
Let me see. Let's see.
Just hit the leave button,
You
love.
want me? Okay.
There she goes. She did it. That was fun. I
I
never
just
get to
think
talk to
it's
her about John. It's
the boyfriend crying. Maybe that's what he was the one that was the only one who showed
she
emotion,
was
right?
trying to come back up. I was like, I'm not.
Oh,
She's supposed to lie. Bye, Helen. I think I'm gonna stay live for a little bit longer. I'll go over there when I'm done.
I
She'll
thought,
be on for the next 2 hours, but I'm gonna stay on for now.
have a good day, Hanlon.
But yeah, I'm super confused on both of the cases. I don't know where I stand on them. So I really, really, really did not even want to get into the Kylie one. I really did not want to get into that case. But my mods were all sitting there in our chat and sitting there going, talking about it, and they knew they were going to coax me to do it. They knew that they know how to do that shit. So like I was trying to ignore everything that they were saying and not respond to any of it. And then finally I was like, you know what? Fuck this. And I started talking about it. So I started watching everything. Like I went from watching Michelle's to Evil Exist. I watched Harsh Reality. I watched Ryan, which everybody knows I'm not a big fan of him, but I feel like he got somewhere on this case and he triggered a lot of fucking people. I think by him saying that this case is fake, he feels like he's going to bring out more to it. You know, I don't really think he honestly thinks it's fake. I think he's trying to trigger people into telling us more about it. But that's my opinion. So, because he did trigger people. He did trigger a lot of people. A lot of people are talking about that last video he made. So I mean, in retrospect, we don't know. Like, we don't.
What if?
Know what if really in there?
What if she is caught in a car with another boy, and this is why the boyfriend's crying or upset? And they push the car down in the water because they're caught in the car. Yeah, but like
the boy,
others,
12 hours
him.
Him getting.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Or other people catching her, and he's triggered because he wasn't even there to protect her because of being the boyfriend. Well, maybe they both got out and nobody wants to say we're okay. But if they're not saying there is a body or was a body, or they're not even really saying there was a body in there, right? Are they?
Well, they're saying that there is a body in there, but they said they confirmed it as Kylie. But when they took the car out of the water, they had the back half covered at first until they got it up on land, and then they covered the whole car. But why was the back passenger window down? The back driver's side window down? Why was the back driver's side window broke? Why was the driver's side rearview mirror broke? There was a dent in the car door, and there's a dent on the roof. Now the roof from when it flipped over, but that wouldn't lead any of the other accidents, like any of the other.
See, to me, when you had said about the mirror and everything, that to me is somebody coming up upon the vehicle, seeing somebody doing something in the vehicle, and rage coming up. Kick the side of the car, you break the mirror, and then everybody pushes the vehicle down into the water and says, "Oh, we're going to get you."
Not find any tracks. That's my question out of the whole thing. Like, they checked this lake right after her mother said that she went missing, right? They supposedly checked this camp area. Why did they not see tire tracks going into the water?
Maybe it's because of the campground itself only having 2 people on when they should have had more than 2 people securing that whole campground.
What I mean is,
because
why didn't the law enforcement see the tire tracks going down into the water? Like, the tire tracks are going to leave more of an impression in the sand, right? Than somebody walking.
Yeah.
Because it's heavier. Now, unless they went and messed up all these tracks so you couldn't see the tracks, That's still saying though that um,
There's a cover of some
there's a
sort
cover
here.
where, yeah, there's cover up somewhere, because even if they mess up the tracks, there's still there's still something saying something happened there, because sand doesn't
Yeah.
settle that quickly.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's a lot of things going on with this case, and this was the reason why I didn't want to do it, because I feel like it's going to end us up right where we're with Summer's case.
Yeah. It's going to lead
down
it's like
all
it's
these rabbit
going
holes,
around in a circle.
and all we're doing is
Yeah.
going down all these
And
rabbit
when
holes.
you have that many kids who are what, underage drinking
I
or
think
whatever else they're
I
using.
don't know what the legal. I don't know if, like, I thought every state was 21 that was the legal age. So, but they're
See
saying
here,
that there was 21 and older people at this party as well.
yeah. See in Canada it's 19. So that's why with us being on a border town, we would have so many of the 20 or the anybody who's 19 and or 19 and close to 21 come over to Canada and drink over here, and then they would get their 21 designated driver to drive them back. So that's living on a border town. Our bars would be entered by so many of the United States, like underage drinkers coming over here to drink. So that's where a couple of
That's
my
not right.
friends didn't even realize it's 19
I'm,
here.
but I am pretty sure. I think all states in the United States there's 21 to drink, and I think it's now to the point where you have to be 21 to buy tobacco products too.
Yeah.
So I
So
mean, but we don't, like, her mom is saying she was such a good girl and she never did nothing wrong. You know how they always make your kid out to be something different
yeah,
than they are.
yeah,
And that she didn't believe that her daughter would do anything. She knew better than drink and drive. Well, then obviously, your child is getting drunk. Why would you let her
yeah.
drive to this party instead of taking her and picking her up?
That is, but yeah, that's also giving out clues. She knew better, but it's always what after comes after the but is, well, that's information. She's done it before. She's
Yep.
gotten in trouble about it before, right?
Well, I mean, they're saying that she was such a smart kid that she knew better. She knew not to do things like that, and she would never do things like that. Okay, so what if she did fall asleep in the back of her car? Somebody tried to break into it and woke her up in the process.
Yeah,
They didn't see her in the car or whatever, but her windows weren't tinted, so I doubt that would be it. But there's
yeah.
so many different
That's
scenarios, and I
what.
don't want to go down rabbit holes, but sometimes that's where you have to go to back yourself back out.
Yeah, because you never know who's going to go after girls. Like, and sometimes it's even girls going after girls too. It's not just guys
And
going
see,
after girls.
a believer in like tarot cards or psychics or stuff like that. Like, I'm really not. Like, I'm a cynical. Like, I will listen.
Oh, I don't do tarot cards.
I'll let myself indulge in it, but I don't really believe in a lot of the stuff. I think a lot of the shit that they say is coincidence. But I have been watching. With that being said, I have been watching a lot of the mediums on, not the tarot card readers, but the mediums that do the spirit boxes, which I know how you feel about them too. But I've been watching a lot of those, and it's like, it seems like all of them are leaning on Sammy. Like, Sammy had done something to her. This is all Sammy. Do you believe that? I don't know. Like, it's so weird when it comes to spirits,
Yeah.
because you don't
Well,
know
that's
if
why.
they're telling you the truth or they're just fucking with you.
Well, see, I I don't mess. See, I don't even go into graveyards because I all of a sudden it's like poof, and it's like chook chook, and I'll get sick or I've passed out. Like that's where I got angry at one creator because I said trigger warnings. If you're into this, you should put like a trigger warning. If you are an empath and you can feel these things, don't come with me because I'm going into a graveyard. So, because that one creator, oh, I was triggered for the weekend because I don't know who had popped in. And even at the hospital, I kept giving, when I was in the hospital, I said, your morgue, I don't even know where the morgue is. And I said, my tummy's getting sick because of the morgue being close enough to where I could feel emotions and stuff. So.
Oh, chilly.
You're getting cold.
Yeah, I don't know. Like my head is like spinning. I get such a headache with doing true crime, but I love it. I absolutely adore it. Like it might be.
Yeah,
I love talking about it. Like the more people that talk about it, that's the more people get out. The people out there, but I don't like talking about the lies and the insignificant of the case. Like with Summer's case, all these people that are inserted into the case. Like, why are you digging into their past? Like, what did they have to do with it? Like when the Scooby Doo troop went to John's mom's gravesite. What did that have to do with Summer's case?
Yeah.
What were them people going to tell you 6 feet underneath the ground? Like, what are they going to tell you?
Yeah.
It just doesn't make any sense why they do some of the shit that they do. Like, if it doesn't pertain to the case, why? Why? Just why? Like, and I don't agree with a lot of people what they do. I mean,
Dawn comes out of jail, like I said, a lot of answers are going to be made by then.
I feel like
they're going to watch them.
I feel like that whatever's done in the dark is going to come to light eventually. It may not be when we want it to, but it will eventually come. Now, is it going to be the outcome that we're all hoping for? Most likely not. Like, I mean, and I understand, like you said earlier, it's been so long now without her, without any news, without anything. So it's kind of feeling like the case is going to go cold.
Yeah.
And
because is it true that
what?
When Dawn had said, I feel like she's in a room somewhere, is it true he really said that? His worst nightmare is that she's in a room.
I feel like she's being kept secluded, not necessarily a room, but kept secluded from being outside and from seeing the sunlight, which she loved. So, I mean, you could take that any which way you want. That could be like maybe he's saying that she is in a dark room, or the people that took her have her hidden somewhere, or she's in a cave out in the woods somewhere dark. Like you don't know what he's thinking, what he's feeling, and people automatically jump to the conclusion that he must have put her somewhere. He has her.
No, I don't think he.
Me, I feel like county sheriff. Like I feel like they have something to do with this. Honestly, because right after Summer went missing, they came out with all them indictments on the drug dealers right there in her area.
Yeah.
So I mean, it could be possibility of anything.
See, and they're all. If CPS was going to go and take her in the first place, they were getting ready to take the house down, right?
I don't
because they sure took the 3 boys away.
Okay, so but you think about it, they didn't take the 3 boys until 6 weeks after Summer went missing. Now, if they were planning on taking them kids, they would have took them kids a lot sooner than 6 weeks.
Yeah,
they would have
but
So, see, and that's where
And
everybody's misconception is, because the CPS case they had was closed in March. It closed in March. So that's April, May, June, she went missing. So it was closed for almost 3 months before she went missing.
Oh, okay. So,
And then that's the reason, and that's what people are like, well, they had an open CPS case. Well, if they had an open CPS case, then the boys would have been gone way before 6 weeks. They're not going to keep them in that situation if they felt like it was somewhere they didn't need to be. That's just my opinion, and I've seen it in the state that I live in. So, I mean, that makes me think that it would happen in Tennessee too. But
I have a thing about this Grandis, you know.
Grandma?
Like, yeah. I don't know if I trust her, you know. Like, I often thought maybe they were doctor shopping for drugs, like, you know, painkillers.
Well, I mean, that's a possibility, but when you do that here in the United States, you get flagged. You get red flags. So that flag covers you in the whole United States. That means if you go to another doctor, they see that red flag, you cannot get no kind of opiates. None.
I see.
So
yeah, well, that's what I
we're doctor shopping. Because I know everybody has that thing where, she was only there for a few hours, a couple hours. You know, that's not how ER works. Well, that's the ER per se. Her doctor is an ER doctor, which also has an office in the hospital. So when she said she was going to the doctor, she was literally going to the doctor that did her surgery, not to the ER.
Yeah.
That's why it didn't take 6 to 8 hours. She was actually going to a regular doctor's visit.
So,
which in my eyes, was an
hour or two. The way she looked in that picture coming home, to me, it looked like she had been without any kind of water, with putting water back in her little body. Like, if we're big people, we can not overheat as easily. With her being so tiny, and if they went into like however long, they didn't look like they had food or water at that when they went to the creek for swimming. But to come back and go shopping, and if you go shopping and you have her staying in the car with Hunter, she's going to expel more water. And by the time she gets home, she could fall asleep and not wake up.
Well, they said that they stopped at Sonic's and had a slushie, plus she had that orange drink next to her in the car. So I don't think she was dehydrated. And my son-in-law is a neonatal nurse at our hospital here in town. And I showed her the picture, and my brother-in-law is an EMT trainer. So he trains the paramedics. And I showed him the picture. I also showed them the TikTok got took down, like the video it came from. And both with their knowledge and a couple of their friends in their fields that looked at it said that she looked alive, like she was just sleeping. And now when I went to Tennessee in June, I went to that grocery store where they at. Now, they don't have it in a cooler that stands up with a door. It's not that type of cooler. It's one of those old-fashioned coolers, you know, that has like the base and it goes down and then the few shelves up above it. So the milk that is in the bottom, there's like 3 or 4 rows of it. Now there's like 2, maybe 3 rows that stick above the lip line to where it cuts off. There's like 2 or 3 rows. And the milk was cold, but it didn't have cotton on it. So it wasn't cold.
I see.
So with it being June, of course, it's going to be sticky hot. it was sticky hot June 15th when I went up
Yeah.
there. So I can imagine what it was last year. And this milk, I had to get milk just to see.
Yeah.
So I got a gallon of milk and I brought it out to the car. And we had our windows down. It was a really hot fucking day. No condensation got on the milk. I mean, it was cold, but it wasn't like ice cold.
Yeah.
So the milk could have
Well,
been in the same predicament as it was when I bought it. We don't know.
yeah. 'Cause
I just
I
don't
don't
see it
know.
in effect.
What
Because I
what
mean,
if
kids
what
in
if
the weirdest ways.
she always worried that she had left her because she was sleeping in the vehicle rather than wake her up, left her in the vehicle to sleep, and then it just got too hot and she just fell asleep and never woke up.
Well, okay, so that could be a theory, and that's a really good theory. Think about this: trees. They have all
Yeah.
around, except for in the front yard part where the swing was. All the trees are on the outskirts, but up by the house and the camper, there's trees overlining that whole driveway. So it couldn't have been extremely hot to where she didn't wake up.
Yeah.
I see it being
That's what I
cool.
always
Her body cooled down some. And
yeah.
plus, with her swimming, for no matter amount of time that she went, even if she went for 30 minutes, water makes me extremely tired. Like, I could just be
Yeah.
driving through like the road to the lake and the lake being on both sides. And as soon as I see that water, I'm ready to fall asleep because it just drains so much out of you. But I'm kind of like Summer anyway. Like, I could fall asleep like that in the car. Like, I could just be pulling out my driveway and going down the road and I'm asleep within a minute. Because it's just like, I hate driving. I hate riding. It's a boring thing. Especially if you're going home or, not going where you want to go. But yeah, I get bored real quick in the car. So I could see her falling asleep. But yeah, with the swimming part, that takes a lot out of a kid no matter what the age is. My mom used to be like down for that. Be like, oh, I'm going swimming. And she's like, fine, good. When you're done, come home. Because she knew as soon as I come home, I'd either eat something and go straight to sleep or go to sleep and then eat. Woke up. So my mom looked at the swimming as a babysitter. Because I was out. So that could be how she was too. Like, I mean, with her being an outside kid, like, it probably didn't take much for her to want to fall asleep.
Well, I tell you, that kid never wore shoes on her feet because every time you saw her, you never seen shoes on her feet. And she reminded me of me. Like, I'm lucky if I have shoes on my feet in
like
winter time. So, like wintertime, I'll go out in the snow and run and say goodbye to my family, and they're going, "Get in the house! You got no shoes." But I'm never. It's like good luck at getting me if I have to go to. Sure, I'm wearing shoes, but
I am
like
now.
Even now, see.
I'm like that now too. Like, as I got older, the shoes don't really matter to me. But when I was younger, since I lived in the city, I had no choice but to wear shoes.
That's my mother. I get the kids next door coming over and going, "Mom, see, she's got no shoes. So why can't we go shoeless?" And I'm looking at it going, Jen, I'm so sorry.
I didn't need to do that.
That's why I can't. That's why I want to get a pair of moccasins, like from the knee high right to your feet.
Oh, God.
And get those.
I don't think I could do that.
If I could get a pair of somebody to make me some, I got a couple of my subscribers have Joni Spring. She's might have got me a connection where somebody could make me a pair. So, because I want it handmade and I want it to be made by a woman because I want their love put into the moccasins, with the beading work and everything.
They'd
So,
be nice. They look cute. I'm just not a. I don't like I don't even like the boots that go that high. Like if they
oh,
can go like up to my ankle, like right past my ankles, and I'm good. I don't like them. Yeah, I just don't do them.
well, my granddaughter and I just had this conversation because she has Convert running shoes, and I said, I want to get a pair of high top running shoes again because I have bad ankles, and it might help me from not falling over and killing myself. So, no, she's going, no, won't even wear high top running shoes, will you?
No, I broke both of my ankles on gymnastics and cheerleading back in the 80s, 90s,
See,
and wearing high top
sounds
now
like
actually it bothers my feet a lot more to wear them now because the pins and stuff
yeah,
in my ankles, like if they rub
yeah.
it the wrong way, you can feel it on them on your bones, and ooh, it don't feel good at
See,
all.
well, I didn't break it. I just twisted it. So, see, we've done both the same things to our bodies almost. Good Lord.
I feel like I've been through the ringer, the old
Yeah.
fashioned washing machine ringer.
Yeah. Well, me too, but my fingers, that's why they're all broke, because of my mother was sleeping and I went, "Oh, let's help do the laundry."
And your fingers went right through it.
Yeah.
I done that with a shirt. I
Thank
was like,
God
how
my
does
brother.
this work? And I tried to put my shirt through it, and I started going through it too. Back in the 80s, I didn't
Yeah.
know what the hell that thing was. I was like, what is this? I've never seen an outside washing machine before. So it's
Yeah,
pretty.
that's my mother had where at her camp she had one of those where she would do all her laundry even at camp, and she'd have the lake water pouring in there and she'd be doing her laundry and everybody else is going, good Lord. My mother she even swept the ground. It was like, all righty, okay, Mom. So
No dirt on the ground, I promise.
so
I
but I
promise.
should let you
The
go.
only dirt that's there is the dirt that won't come off.
Yeah. So I should let you go and have talk to somebody else. You're making me laugh.
I don't think there's
I bet.
anybody else here, so it doesn't matter. Everybody left
Oh, it's
because Pam went live.
Scorpios. Look out!
I've been wanting to get on live talk all morning, and then everybody left me.
Yeah, well, I was gonna do a live tomorrow after I got my hair done and say, "See, look what I look like.
Well,
I got my face and my fur cut off."
Make sure you schedule it out so that way I'll get a notification.
Okay. Yeah, well,
If I'm not
I don't have
blocked,
my
because the last time I was in your chat trying to talk, I think I got blocked because I went to go back in.
Oh,
It said you weren't live. It acted like you weren't live, and it wouldn't let me back into your live chat. But I know you were live because Griff said he was still in there talking. So I don't know. It wasn't letting me go back in after
that. There was one that I had started and it wouldn't shut off because I went to show my dog, my grandpuppy, and then it wouldn't shut off. So, like, I had told Griff about this before that sometimes I'll push the wrong thing and then it'll keep going and going and going.
No, this was the day that you had told us to hold on because you were going to go take your medicine. And then when you went to go get your medicine, as soon as you went to go get your medicine, I got it cut me out of your chat and I wasn't able to go back in it.
I wonder how that was. Is that when I had moderators?
I don't know if you have any mods in there or not. I really wasn't paying attention to nobody but you.
Because now I do, because
I go there.
Yeah, well, that's where I started at giving people wrenches because there was a couple of people that would come in and start doing stuff. Then I just said, please don't fight. Yeah. It just, please don't fight anybody. Like, I don't want any drama. It's bad enough I had to go for a month of drama in a freaking nutty place where
Yeah.
they put me behind bars.
Well, I will be very careful when I come in your chat because I know probably your mods do not like me.
Well,
So,
I've already told certain mods like don't I've already said that you're my other Scorpio woman because we're both Scorpions. So I've already said the same thing. I know you know I have a problem with uh with um with Lori. I can't it's going to take me a while to forgive Lori and Bob because I wish they'd stop talking about me. So
well,
that
that's something that you guys are going to have to get through and figure out.
yeah.
Nobody else can do that for you. But the more people get involved in it, the more people are going to make it worse. So you just got
Yeah,
to do what you got to do to make yourself comfortable.
yeah, well, I've tried to call her back after everything, and she wasn't accepting my phone call. So why give me your number and then not accept my phone call?
Well, she said somebody was
So
emailing her through your name, but she said she didn't think it was you emailing. Now, like I said, I really didn't get involved in it. I don't know what happened. Really, honestly, when I come in, I just get like my perception of what happened. And I try not to get involved because I don't want to be, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to be one of those ones. Like if it's between me and you,
yeah,
it's between me and you. I don't want the whole world in it. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
That's just how I
yeah.
feel. I don't feel like it should be
See,
brought to online so 100
that's
people
why.
don't know you and her can get involved. That's how I feel.
Well, that's why I would rather have people's phone numbers so this way I can call you and say, hey, I didn't do this, or if you get this email or whatever's being said, I didn't say it. So I don't know why. I don't even know where her phone number is now because I took out all the channels anyway. So, but once I ever get that community tab, I'll be able to do more things. So,
Yeah, that's what I'm praying for. I'm praying for the community
oh,
chat, but not. I don't care if I get my 1,000. I just want my community tab. I don't care about being monetized. I just
yeah,
want to be able to talk on my community tab. But if you go to the back chat, I put my phone number in there for you.
yeah, I just seen that. Where did you put my pencil, babe? Yeah. My hubby just brought me
And
a
everybody's like,
sandwich.
"Why
Isn't
do
he
you give your
good?
phone?" They're like, "Why do you give your phone number out? Don't you know they're gonna dox you?" I was like, "Don't you know how easy it is to change your phone number?
Thank you.
It's really easy to change a phone
I'd
number,
rather.
especially if."
Okay, no.
I was like, and I'm not worried about people doxing me. I'll dox my damn self. How I look at it.
Okay, now I'll put that in your email. By my email of you. There we go. Make sure it's right. Well, thank you very much. I'll give you mine too. Yeah, there we go. Now I better go because he brought me a sandwich.
Oh, he's saying it's time for you to get off live.
Yeah, yeah, because I have to take all that medication now.
Yeah, my husband asked the other day when I was talking. I don't ever say the name Kim out loud, and he's like, "Are you talking to yourself again?" I said, "No, I'm talking to my friend Kimmy." And he just looked at me kind of crooked eyed because my sister's name is Kim, the one that passed away. And so I've never meant, I don't say her name out loud at all. So when I said Kimmy, he was like, "Are you talking to yourself again?" Okay, no. It's a real person, I promise.
Oh my goodness. So he's probably thinking, oh, good Lord, now, did she have to have her name Kimmy? So now I'm going to be worrying about my woman mouth twice as much. And now that your dog eats frog.
It's something else, this dog. God, Lord.
And then onions don't agree with you, and I like extra onions, and I'm going shopping tomorrow. I'm going to buy sauerkraut and a whole bunch of things so I can be extra better.
I want sauerkraut. I love sauerkraut.
Oh, I know, you made me dream of it ever since you went on your camping trip and you're having your hot dogs with with the sauerkraut on it.
Yes, I eat sauerkraut.
But I gotta tell you,
weird.
when you went to McDonald's and got your hamburgers wrong, we got this, what was it, the Big Mac deal, whatever, and we're waiting and we're waiting, and my husband says to the girl when she comes over, like, this is supposed to be fast food. How come it wasn't faster than this? So he says, do we get like a freebie the next time we come here? So I thought when you were saying that, I'm going, boy, you and Dippy would get along really, really good.
Oh, yeah. If I call, normally I'll call after I get wrong or whatever, I will call them and bitch. So I get my whole order over again for free. So normally I'll do that and be like, and I'll just put it in the back and be like, damn, when I go out and I'm hungry, I get food. But I haven't done it lately because I just get so fed up with them. Like, how do you not see something that says no onions? Like, is there more Spanish people back there that don't know how to speak or read? It drives me crazy.
Yeah.
Is that
there's a frog eater going? What did you say? What's your dog's name?
Eva.
Diva.
No, Eva. EVA.
Eva, where's your cookies?
Come here.
Do you have any cookies, Eva?
I do.
Instead
they're
of frog.
They're in my. Come here. Come here.
She's going, I don't want to be. Oh, look at how pretty she is.
My baby.
Oh, I went to our Humane Society page to see if I could adopt a puppy, and I can't.
Come adopt one of mine. I got an 8-month-old, and then I got 2 that are about to be a year.
Oh, geez. Don't say that. I will.
God, I didn't expect this last. I didn't expect the litter from like last year. There was 2 litters. They're about this had the puppies a year ago. The other one got pregnant right after she had the puppies. So the other one was pregnant all winter long, and she had her puppies like right before Christmas, or right after Christmas. It was still really freaking cold. I can tell you that much. And all the puppies passed away, but one. And now I'm stuck with it. And she's really pretty. She's pure white.
Because I'm looking for a female,
and that's it. But
I'm looking for.
She's my littlest.
Too bad. See, she's trying to escape to Canada.
If I can send you a video, I'll see if I can send you a video of her to your email.
Okay. So.
No, you can see her. She's really pretty. But then I'd have to go to Arizona again.
Oh, geez.
Free trip.
How much are you asking for her?
I don't even know what he wants for her. Like when she was first born, a baby, he wanted 200 because she was pure white. And everybody wants the females that are white around here anyway. And then we had somebody back out. And so he was like, fuck it. I was like, well, you never said how much you wanted for her now. So she's older. She's got her shots and everything. She's up to date on everything. She's pretty much an outside puppy. But any dog could be made into an inside dog.
Oh, darn. Yeah, put her on the end of the bed as soon as she gets here. So.
Oh, she would love that. I'm giving away my Eva, too. Eva's going bye-bye.
Really?
No, I could never give away this dog. This dog has been through too much with me. Yeah. But I'm going to give her up.
Since she
give her away.
I'm going to just start calling her the frog cat.
My friend calls her Evil.
Start giving that dog hot dog. Oh, it looks like it's raining here. It looks like it's raining everywhere.
I wish it was raining here. Nope, not here.
Oh. Okay, well, thank you for your time, lady.
Always a pleasure talking to you.
They're getting kisses. Okay. Have a good day.
You too, sweetheart. Much love.
Bye.
Bye.